Myself, Dr. K.K. Chaudhary, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women University. Subject Pedagogy of Biology, and today we will discuss our next topic, that is the programmed instructions. A program is a subject which students learn. As far as programmed instruction is concerned, it is a new strategy of teaching. It is a device or strategy to control student behavior and help them learn without the supervision of a teacher. It is highly individualized instructional strategy for the modification of the behavior. The programmed instruction is the arrangement of material which are to be learnt by the pupil in graded step of difficulty. It is in such a manner and sequence that it will result in the most efficient rate of understanding and retention. It is a method of giving individualized instructions in which the student is active and proceed at his or her own pace. Physical presence of teacher is not essential in this strategy. According to Smith and Murray, programmed instruction is a process of arranging the material to be learned into a series of sequential steps. Usually it moves from a familiar background into complex and set of concept, principle and understandings. Thus, it can be concluded that the programmed instruction is an auto-instructional technique. The information is provided in small steps and each learner progresses at his or her own pace. Now, the origin of the programmed instruction. The origin of modern program instruction is from the psychology of learning and not from technology. It is an application of operant conditioning, learning theory to teaching learning situation. It has got a historical momentum after the publication of the Science of the Learning and Art of Teaching article by B.F. Skinner. In this article, Skinner listed the problem of education system. He also discussed the potential of instructional program to provide more feedback. Now, the characteristics of the programmed instruction. As far as characteristics of program instructions, these are as follow. It is not audio-visual device. It is a part of education technology. It is a method of giving or receiving individualized instruction. It keeps in view their individual differences. The learner move at his own speed. It clearly defines the entering and terminal behavior of the learners. It is not the solution of educational problem. It is a new instructional strategy for the modification of behavior of learner. It is a systematic and sequenced. It cannot replace the teacher. It provides immediate feedback to the learner. Now, the objective of the programmed instruction. To help the student in learning by doing, to provide the learner's situation so that they can learn at their own pace, to help student learn in absence of a teacher, to present the content in a controlled manner and in logically related steps, to help the student in assessing their own performance themselves by comparing it with the given answers. Now, the principle of the programmed instruction. The principle in small steps, active participation and responding, reinforcement, self-pacing and self-evaluation. Immediate feedback. A good program instruction is based upon the principle of learning. These principles are based on psychological theories. There are 5 fundamental principles of programmed instruction. These are the following. First, principle of small steps. A program is prepared with a large number of small and easy steps. The subject matter is broken down into a sequence of small steps. A learner can take a step at a time. He or she has to read a small step by being active. Learning is better when the material is presented in small steps. It also reduces the rate of committing error and encourage further learning. Second is the active participation and responding. Program instruction provide the information in the form of small steps, and each step is required to be responded by the learner. Hence, the learner should be actively involved in the learning material. The learner does not remain passive because there is a need of active involvement in the learning. The learner has to construct the response. It is an integral part of the learning. Then third is the reinforcement. Program instruction involve giving immediate reinforcement to the learners. When the learner responds to the frame, they do not know that these responses are correct or wrong. By providing immediate reinforcement or confirmation to this response, the learner gets confidence. When the learner is reinforced for a correct response, he becomes repetitive or further learning. The learner learns best if his or her response is confirmed immediately. The confirmation provides reinforcement to the learner. Then the self-pacing. Program instruction rests on the principle of self-pacing. It recognizes the individual differences of the learner. This principle is based on the assumption that each learner can work each step as slowly or as quickly depending upon her pace. Each learner is free to move according to his own speed, slowly or quickly as they like. Some can learn things at a quicker speed and may skip one or more frames, whereas other can go on slowly. It satisfies every learner need. Then evaluation. Program instruction is based on continuous evaluation by recording the response of the learner. Learner leave the record of his study for each step in the response sheet. It helps to improve the quality of programmed material through checking the number of errors at each step. This is all about the programmed instructions. This session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you very much.